welcome back to the Yorkshire Toffees. In today's video, I'm giving my reaction to the breaking news from today that Stuart Maynard has been sacked. Has been sacked from York City. Honestly, I have no words, to be honest. Of course, it's disappointing because, of course, we've just been promoted last season with over 100 points, of course, in the National League last season. Of course, we went up with the league title on the last day against Rochdale. So it's definitely disappointing, let's just say that, because we know, 108 points we went up with last season, but in my opinion, I hate to say it, but it is a bad decision from Matt and Julian Ugler. From what I've heard, they did have a bit of a fallout, did Matt and Stuart Maynard, but these things you can't. I wouldn't really say you can really sack a manager due to having a bit of an argument, but of course it happened with. Of course, there was all the rumours, of course, before when Adam Hinchelwood got sacked, but of course that was during the season. But of course there was all the rumours about what happened between them. But yeah, honestly, I'm disappointed to see Stuart Maynard getting the sack, because of course he came in and completely changed that season around, and of course, completely changed around, knowing that, from where we were under Adam Hinchelwood at the beginning of the season, with only one win and a load of losses at the beginning of last season. So it was of course a massive turnaround under Maynard. Of course, he pushed in Stuart Maynard's 45 games. He'd won 45 matches in charge. He'd won 33 of them, drawn 6, and only lost 6 games all season. Of course, in the FA Cup, he'd pushed us right up until a defeat to Barnsley, which was in the third round of the competition, which was a massive improvement that it has been in recent seasons for us. So yeah, of course it's definitely a disappointing end to his reign, because it's been, it's completely changed around everything about the club. So I'm hoping there was a good reason. You'd expect there is more reasons to it that why he's been given the sack. But of course we know, from of course all the rumours we've heard, they had disagreements between Matt Ugler and Stuart Maynard, which, isn't really a reason to be sacking the manager, in my opinion. Especially only 8 days before the start of the season. Yes, of course, the actual season doesn't start until the 15th of August against Bristol Rovers. But of course, it's 8 days away from York City versus Crawley Town in the EFL Cup preliminary round. So it's it's definitely a disappointing end, but you'd think there would be a good reason, which they just haven't really told the fans about really why he's been sacked. But all I can say really is thank you to Stuart Maynard, because of course his backroom staff, they've been absolutely brilliant since they took over in of course, during the season, they managed to turn it around completely. And of course, well, we all saw what happened against Rochdale. And well, you know, he gave us that confidence. He gave us that push to go forward with everything. So hopefully, you'd think the owners would have a good reason to have sold us, to have sacked Maynard. But yeah, it's of course a disappointing disappointing end to the week. So we'll just have to see what happens from the club's perspective in the next couple of days. Don't really, well, I've seen nothing really about any like managers who were rumoured to come in as managers. So like I say, we'll just have to see if we'll see if Matt and Ugland make a statement about like saying why he got sacked and stuff. So like I said, massive blow to the club, especially after the season that we had last season. So, but like I say, all I can say is thank you so much, Stuart, for like everything that you've done for this club in over the past of course half of the season. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. But if you like this type of content, please consider liking and subscribing, and of course follow the channel on Instagram. And I'll catch you in the next video. Come on, York!